How much money would it take for you to betray someone who trusted you completely? Because for me, it was exactly $800. Marcus and I met in college. He was the kind of guy who would lend you his last $20 without asking when you'd pay him back. When we graduated, we found this place together. Two-bedroom apartment, nothing fancy, but it was ours. The lease was in my name because Marcus had some credit issues from student loans. He paid me his half of everything: rent, utilities, and an $800 security deposit that I put into my account to forward to the landlord. We lived together for 2 years. Marcus always paid on time, never left dishes in the sink, kept his music low. He was honestly the best roommate I ever had. Then he got a job offer in Portland. Great opportunity, something he'd been working toward his whole career. He was excited, nervous, grateful. When he told me he was moving, my first thought wasn't that I'd miss him or worry about finding a new roommate. My first thought was about that $800 sitting in my checking account. I'd been struggling financially for months. Freelance work had dried up, I was behind on car payments, my credit cards were maxed out. I kept looking at my account balance and seeing that money that technically belonged to the landlord, but that had come from Marcus. Money that could solve my immediate problems. Marcus started packing, making arrangements, talking about how excited he was to start fresh. He trusted me completely to handle getting his security deposit back after he left. Never asked to see the original lease, never asked for receipts, never asked to be present when I dealt with the landlord. He just assumed I'd take care of it because that's what friends do. The day Marcus left, I watched him load his car with everything he owned. He gave me his new address, hugged me goodbye, and told me to just mail him the check whenever I got the deposit back from the landlord. That simple trust in his voice almost broke me. But as soon as his car disappeared around the corner, I went inside and started creating a story. I called Marcus 2 weeks later and told him the landlord was keeping the entire security deposit. Made up damage charges, cleaning fees, paint touch-ups. I had it all planned out: normal wear and tear that landlords always claim as damage. Marcus was disappointed but not surprised. He'd heard horror stories about security deposits. He thanked me for dealing with it and said he was just grateful to be out of there. The money sat in my account for 3 more weeks while I wrestled with what I was about to do. $800 that would catch up my car payments and give me breathing room while I looked for steady work. $800 that belonged to the best friend I'd ever had, who trusted me to do the right thing. I spent it, all of it, told myself I'd pay him back as soon as I got back on my feet. That was 4 years ago. Marcus and I still text occasionally. He's doing well in Portland, got promoted twice, bought a house. He's never once mentioned the deposit or asked about it again. And I've never been able to bring myself to send him a check, because that would mean confessing that I stole from him when he trusted me most. I could send him the money now, I could afford it, but how do you apologize for 4 years of lies? How do you tell someone you stole from them and then let them think their landlord was the villain? Sometimes I draft the text, type out the whole confession, my finger hovering over send, but I never do it. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments.